You think you live in the 21st century, but your brain is still stuck thousands of years in the past. It was programmed to run from tigers, hide in caves, and celebrate when it found a piece of fruit. Now, it runs from emails, hides from bills, and celebrates when it finds Wi-Fi. Thousands of years ago, Troglo hunted mammoths to survive. Now he hunts the remote control without leaving the couch. That's right. Your brain still lives in the Stone Age. And worse, it's in charge. The prehistoric software. Troglo's brain is basically ancient software running in a modern world. It has three main priorities. Don't die, save energy, find quick pleasure. The brain was built for survival, not happiness or productivity. It's still programmed to avoid effort, conserve energy, and chase instant gratification, just like it did in the Stone Age. In other words, the Troglo brain still believes that doing nothing is a survival strategy. That's why it hates Mondays, spreadsheets, and the gym. It still reacts like there's a predator around. That's why Troglo freak out over an email, avoid responsibilities, and hide behind his couch. Troglo's brain has a big red button labeled Avoid Effort. It thinks constant rest equals success, but the more it rests, the more exhausted it feels. Try to study for 5 minutes and boom, Troglo's phone vibrates. Troglo resists for 2 seconds, then vanishes into the black hole of TikTok. Congratulations! You've just been dominated by your inner Troglo. The conflict with the modern world. The problem is, the world changed, but the Troglo brain never got the update. Back then, stress came from a saber-toothed tiger. Now it comes from a bill, an unanswered email, or a notification from your boss at 10 p.m. Troglo's brain doesn't know the difference. It triggers the same panic mode: fight, flight, or play dead. And usually, Troglos pick the third one. The reign of instant pleasure. In the Stone Age, finding food was rare. So, Troglo's brain learned. Found fat and sugar? Eat everything now. You might die tomorrow. Today, it sees a family-sized bag of chips and thinks, "Feast of the heavens!" And Troglo obey. Troglo's brain just wants dopamine, the reward chemical. It doesn't care where it comes from. It could be from finishing a workout or from 3 hours of cat videos. And that's how a 1-pound organ keeps Troglo a prisoner, with cute animals on a screen. The comfort trap. In the cave, comfort was a blessing. Today, it's a trap. Troglo's brain still believes the goal of life is to avoid discomfort at all costs. But it hasn't noticed that now, discomfort is what makes Troglo grow. Discomfort is the new hunt. It's chasing the mammoth and bringing food home. It's the path to what Troglo really wants: success. Troglo's brain thinks resting means winning, but it doesn't realize the real danger now is boredom. The brain hates effort, but guess what? Without effort, it never evolves. Today, you don't need to kill a mammoth to prove your strength. You just have to defeat the couch. And honestly, the couch is way more dangerous. Updating the Stone Age brain. The good news? You can hack your inner Troglo and update your brain. But be careful. Every update comes with bugs. And the first bug is your own brain trying to cancel the installation. The whole system goes into chaos. Alarms everywhere. Pop-up messages flash across his mind. You can't handle this. Do it later. One little break won't hurt. Translation? The brain is trying to convince Troglo to stay the same. The update is slow. The Troglo brain resists. It pretends to crash, invents hunger, sleep, or an urgent need to watch one more video. All part of the sabotage protocol. The truth? It's the energy conservation bias. The brain saves glucose and dopamine like it's the last resource on Earth, so it sabotages anything that feels like work. So, how does Troglo survive this chaos and finish the update? Step 1. Reality check. Know the difference. What your brain makes you feel isn't always what's real.
Recognizing that the brain is scared is the first step to taming your inner caveman. It's not trying to ruin your life. It just still thinks hard work means hungry tiger nearby. Step 2. Mental training. This is where Troglo teaches the brain that effort isn't the enemy. Every time Troglo does something hard, even small, the brain learns, oh, this doesn't kill me. It makes me stronger. Little by little, Troglo realizes that every time he faces discomfort, his brain stops acting like a cave baby and starts becoming a mental warrior. Each time Troglo faces discomfort, the brain learns the truth. The modern world isn't a jungle. It's a mental gym. A few practical tips for how Troglo can actually do this. So, Troglo wants to reprogram his brain? Simple. Start with the thing your brain hates the most. Wake up when you said you would, not 5 minutes later, not just today, right on time. Every time you win the snooze battle, your brain learns who's in charge now. You don't have to turn into a fitness caveman. The secret is daily micro-victories. 5 push-ups, 1 cold shower, reading that boring book you've been avoiding since 2022. Tiny things, but they tell your brain, this is how we hunt now. Old Troglo hunted to survive. New Troglo hunts discomfort to thrive. Step 3. Daily discomfort. Cold water, exercise, silence, focus. Every time you resist the urge to escape, your brain realizes, oh, there's no tiger. It's just life.
Your enemy isn't the cold anymore. It's comfort. Troglo doesn't have to want to do something before doing it. He has to do it first. And the wanting comes later. At first, Troglo hates it. Then his brain starts to like it. Because the brain learns. Effort means victory. The couch means danger. Yes, it hurts. But without sacrifice, Troglo brain never learns. The trick is simple. Make discomfort your training ground, not your enemy. But Troglo takes a deep breath and stays there. Why? Because every second he endures, his brain updates the code. Okay, we didn't die. It was just a shower. Same thing with focus. Troglo don't need to want to study. Troglo just need to start. The wanting comes later. Dopamine comes later. It's the cave-era effect in reverse. First the effort, then the reward. If Troglo do one uncomfortable thing every day, the brain starts to see the world differently. It stops linking effort with suffering and starts linking it with accomplishment. If Troglo doesn't quit, if he ignores the early bugs and lets the update run, something incredible happens. It's neuroplasticity in action. Repetition and awareness create new connections and weaken the ancient circuits. Congratulations, Troglo. You still feel fear, but it doesn't control you anymore. And little by little, that fear loses its grip. Now Troglo knows fear is just the brain trying to save battery. That's the miracle of reprogramming. The more you face discomfort, the less it scares you. And when discomfort no longer scares you, you become unstoppable. The new game. Troglo will always prefer the warm cave. He'll always hate discomfort, sure. But now he's discovered something new. Every time he does something hard, he feels alive. Back then, sacrifice meant survival. Now, it means adaptation. Modern Troglo doesn't have to hunt mammoths anymore. He just has to deal with annoying people, endless emails, and the urge to quit everything and live in the woods. Same instinct, same fight. But now it's less blood and more paperwork. And they come back every month. The new Troglo. Your brain still lives in the Stone Age, but you don't have to. You can use that old programming for something new, to chase your goals. If you enjoyed Troglo's journey from cave to Wi-Fi, smash that like club, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next episode of Troglow's Evolution. See you in the next one!